This is Vince Lombardi, coach, general manager of the finest football team in the world, the Green Bay Packers, world champions. The Green Bay Packers, world champions in 1965. A time-hardened team that attained greatness in the face of adversity. A team that ignored injuries to key personnel and played its finest games when the chips were down. A team composed of men who perform under pressure. A team that will be remembered in years to come as a team with character. It has been said that championships are won on defense, a fierce defense composed of proud men who thrive on violence. Men like Willie Davis, a 250-pound end who hits with bone-crunching authority. A generation of quarterbacks has known and feared the driving rush of Willie Davis. The arrow is on Davis as he leads a beefy stampede over John Brodie of the 49ers. Against the Lions, Willie backtracks into the secondary and steals this George Izo pass. The man in the circle is Lionel Aldridge. Operating from the other defensive flank, the former Utah State star breaks through the Chicago line and smears quarterback Bill Wade. Ron Kostelnik is a vital part of Green Bay's defense. His explosive charge causes the Chicago quarterback to fumble, and Green Bay gains possession. Unusually quick for his size, Ron slices through the Rams line and spins the ball carrier down for an 8-yard loss. Henry Jordan, 9 years of experience in the NFL are packed on his 250-pound frame. A crafty defensive tackle, Jordan is one of the most proficient pass rushers in the NFL. Jordan also has the speed and power to meet a big fullback and drop him in his tracks. Leroy Caffey, a young man with the stamp of stardom, a Texas-bred blockbuster, rapidly becoming one of the top linebackers in the NFL. A Caffey blitz spells disaster for the Detroit Lions. A wobbly Chicago aerial is Leroy's ticket to a touchdown as he leaps to intercept and races to the end zone for a score. Ray Nitschke, Green Bay's all-pro middle linebacker, is worth a team of lesser men. Bill Nelson of the Pittsburgh Steelers will surely endorse Ray's selection as an all-pro. Nitschke storms through a gaping hole and spills Bill for a loss of 6 yards. An expert at decoding enemy strategy, Ray picks off this toss and travels goalward. Young Dave Robinson is another key to the stubborn Green Bay defense with his ball-hawking play. Welcome to Green Bay when Robinson twirls into the turf. Robinson excels in pass defense. John Unitas measures John Mackey for a pass. Robinson has him covered perfectly and deflects the well-aimed throw. Viking pass backfires as Tarkenton's toss strays into Robinson's waiting arms. Dave batters upfield on a 14-yard return. But when it comes to stealing enemy passes, here's the man they can't forget. All-pro Herb Adderley parlays this juggling interception into a timely touchdown against the Baltimore Colts. Speed, savvy, and a killer instinct make Herb Adderley one of the most feared deep backs in the game. Adderley is the man who can stay step for step with the best pass receivers in the league. Herb is on his man like a wet shirt. When the pass is underthrown, he's there to intercept and its destination goal line. Adderley makes the steal against the 49ers. And it's there for all to see. A Green Bay touchdown. The name here is Willie Wood, a scrambling, free-roaming safety who specializes in the spectacular. Craig Morton of the Dallas Cowboys learns the hard way that the Green Bay defense is practically pass-proof. Willie Wood goes upstairs to intercept and weaves downfield on a 12-yard return. Willie is the little man with the big play against the Detroit Lions. He shortcuts this George Izo pass and returns 25 yards. Six years ago, Willie Wood joined the Green Bay Packers as a free agent. Today, he's an all-pro. Doug Hart, the Packers cornerback, squelches this Chicago scoring threat with a crucial interception. Tom Brown at left safety rounds out Green Bay's tight-knit pass defense, which led the NFL in interceptions and rated #1 in pro football. This interception by Brown is just one play in a season filled with defensive heroics. A season in which stellar defensive play turned the tide in many crucial ball games, like this one against the Dallas Cowboys. The Packers hold a slim 3-point margin late in the game, but Dallas has possession. Henry Jordan rips the ball loose. Davis gathers it up for Green Bay. Guard Jerry Kramer leads Jim Taylor into the end zone for the game's only touchdown, and the Packers clinch the victory 13-3. The Rams also felt the sting of the Packer defense. It's a tie ball game with a minute to play, but Kostelnik forces a fumble and the Pack recovers. With 30 seconds remaining, Don Chandler kicks Green Bay to victory 6-3. Defense is only one half of football. The other half belongs to the offense. The passers, the receivers, and the blockers whose efforts appear on the scoreboard. Pinpoint passers like Bart Starr, and sprint and catch experts like Bob Long, whose aerial tactics thrilled thousands on Sunday afternoons. Bart Starr, whose mind and arm played a vital chapter in the Green Bay's success story. In the Packers' versatile passing attack, Starr calls on Boyd Dowd, one of his many targets. Another touchdown strike to Carroll Dave. All Horning gathers in this toss for a long gainer. Marv Fleming is on the receiving end of this Bart Starr touchdown toss. And it was this passing game that stunned the Detroit Lions in Tiger Stadium. Trailing by 3 touchdowns midway in the third period, Bart Starr cuts loose. Bob Long makes the grab, and Carroll Dale makes the block. It's a 62-yard scoring play for Green Bay. Starr sets up shop on the Detroit 31 and finds a touchdown bargain in halfback Tom Moore. In this third quarter, Starr completed 7 of 8 passes for 225 yards and 3 touchdowns. Here, Carroll Dale latches on to a Starr aerial. Gets the goal line clearly in focus and travels 77 yards for a touchdown as Green Bay takes the lead 24-21. Tom Moore opens fourth period action with a 15-yard burst, much to the dismay of Detroit's Bruce Maher. And Starr adds the finishing touch to this stunning comeback victory over the Lions. In Minnesota, the Packers equaled an NFL record by racking up 28 points in the fourth period. Bart Starr lands a 47-yard beauty in the hands of Boyd Dowler, and the Packers take command in the fourth quarter. The defense, too, had its moments of glory in this record-setting scoring spree. Nitschke grabs a loose ball and moves to the Viking 15. And from there, the offense drives in for a touchdown. It's the Vikings in possession, but a clawing tackle dislodges the ball from Bill Brown's grasp. Doug Hart scoops it up and jogs in for a score. Desperately trying to regain the lead, Tarkenton resorts to the airways. But a Herb Adderley interception ends the Viking threat. Starr fires to Long for the 4th touchdown in this period. Green Bay wraps up another come-from-behind victory. When the Packers needed a lift, Zeke Bratkowski was the man who shouldered the burden. Bratkowski replaced an injured Bart Starr and engineered the Packers' final game-winning drive in the first of the 3 encounters with the Baltimore Colts. This touchdown pass from Bratkowski to Max McGee spelled defeat for Baltimore. Against the Vikings in Lambeau Field, Zeke again replaced the ailing Starr and again directed a late game-winning rally. Zeke sends Taylor around end for 15 yards. With the Packers trailing by 5 points, Bratt calls on Elijah Pitts, who does some fancy stepping for another solid game. Bratkowski pitches to Bill Anderson. The big tight end shrugs off the tackler, gallops in for the winning score. Green Bay notches still another late comeback victory. As a place kicker and a punter, Don Chandler has few equals. Against the 49ers, Don's quick mind and powerful foot was a deciding factor in the Packer victory. Here he fakes a punt, runs for a crucial first down. In the same game, Don kicked 2 field goals and uncorked this booming 90-yard punt, the second longest in league history. The bags are packed. The Green Bay Packers leave for Baltimore to meet the league-leading Colts in the second-to-last game of regular season play. Vince Lombardi knows that a win over the Colts would be a down payment toward a ticket to the championship game. The The team enjoys a comfortable, relaxing flight, courtesy of United Airlines. And by the way, 13 out of the 14 teams in the NFL fly the friendly skies of United. Jim Taylor will be relying on men like Jerry Kramer and Max McGee to pry open the Colt line. A sellout crowd packs Baltimore's Memorial Stadium to see the two Titans of the West in action. A thick fog settles on the field as the Packers threaten early. Starr finds Jim Taylor open and throws. The piston-legged fullback drives headlong into a knot of Baltimore tacklers and is seemingly trapped. But there's no stopping Taylor today. He slips loose and proceeds to the Colt 3-yard line. Center Ken Bowman leads Horning to pay dirt, and Green Bay is ahead. It's third and short yardage, but Starr gambles with a long pass. Horning is in the clear. The pass is on target. Horning goes all the way. Hall racked up 5 touchdowns in this game, establishing a new Green Bay record. Late in the first half, Baltimore threatens to take the lead. Gary Quazzo throws into the flat. Dave Robinson stretches to intercept and sets out for the Baltimore goal. A saving tackle by Lenny Moore prevents an immediate score, but this was a significant play. The Packer defense denied the Colts a score, and in so doing set up this Starr to Dowler touchdown. This play proved the turning point in the game. For Green Bay, an overwhelming victory. For Paul Horning, a return to greatness. But this touchdown pass from the 49ers' John Brody to young Vern Burke sent the Packers into another game with the tough Baltimore Colts. This one a sudden death playoff for the Western Division title. An enthusiastic crowd jams the cold confines of Lambeau Field to witness the historic playoff. Tragedy strikes the Packers on their first play. Starr connects with Anderson, but he fumbles. Don Shinnick gathers in the ball and races for a score. Green Bay not only gives up a touchdown, but also Bart Starr, who is forced to withdraw from the game. Lou Michaels adds a field goal in the second period, and the Colts have a 10-point margin at halftime. In the third quarter, a high pass from center causes Tom Gilbert to make a run for it. He fails, and the Packers take over on the Baltimore 35. Bratkowski steps in at quarterback and immediately makes his presence felt. Carroll Dale's diving grab makes it goal to go. Horning falls in behind Fuzzy Thurston. Green Bay is on the scoreboard. The stubborn Colts throttle the Packers until late in the fourth period, when Bratkowski tosses to Anderson. Taylor rumbles for 4 yards, but Green Bay, trailing by 3 points, must go to the air. Bratkowski finds Anderson open on a deep hook pattern to put Green Bay in field goal range with hopes of tying the game. Don Chandler is the man who can be counted on to deliver the key play when it is most needed. His placement curves between the uprights to send the game into sudden death overtime. A staunch defense stymies the Colts, and the Packers gain the ball in the overtime period. The Bratkowski to Anderson battery continues its success. A Bratkowski to Dale completion, and Green Bay is in field goal range. The unerring toe of Don Chandler directs the ball through the goalposts, and the Green Bay Packers to the Western Division crown. Vince Lombardi claims his 4th divisional championship in his 7th year as head coach of the Packers. They of the World Championship is wet, cold, and snowy. Grounds crew works overtime to clear the playing field. Representing the Eastern Division, the Cleveland Browns, an offense-minded powerhouse that swept to an easy victory in the East. Tom Moore returns the opening kickoff 24 yards. Bart Starr, back at quarterback, throws to Jim Taylor for a first down. Starr completes a short swing pass to his other setback, Paul Hornung. With the Browns anticipating another short pass, Starr goes for the bomb. Harold Dale makes the catch, sidesteps a would-be tackler, glides into the end zone for a touchdown. Green Bay scores first and leads 7-0. The Browns are quick to retaliate as Frank Ryan sends Jim Brown deep, then hits him for a 30-yard advance. Dr. Ryan finds his all-pro flanker, Gary Collins, in the corner of the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown. The subsequent Rosa field goal vaults the Browns into a short-lived lead. Jerry Kramer leads the way as Paul Hornung negotiates a 34-yard gain through the mud. A Starr to Dowler completion moves the ball deep into Cleveland territory, where a Don Chandler field goal puts Lombardi's Legions back into the lead, 10-9. In the second period, Ryan takes to the air lanes. This time he is not as fortunate as Bob Jeter deflects his pass intended for Paul Warfield. Green Bay's superb pass defense, which played a significant part in this championship game, foils Ryan again. Willie Wood, the Packers' free safety, flies in front of Leroy Kelly to make a reaching interception. Wood's defensive heroics set the stage for another Don Chandler field goal, which boosted the Packers to a 13-9 edge. Late in the first half, Ryan resumes his aerial assault. Jeter and Tom Brown combine to knock down this pass intended for Gary Collins. Play gets underway in the second half as Collins punts to Elijah Pitts. Elijah slips, slides, and dodges, but finds little running room as he goes down on the Packer 10. Thurston escorts Hornung for 5 yards as the Packer juggernaut starts to roll. Forrest Gregg and Jerry Kramer lead a blocking convoy for Jim Taylor, who gains 5 more yards. Taylor grinds through mud and tacklers as the Packers gain momentum. The Bayou Blaster leaves a scattered trail of Browns as he slams for 10 well-earned yards. Hornung takes a handoff from Starr, and when Taylor drives out the corner linebacker, the Golden Boy has an open track for a 20-yard advance. Hornung adds the final 13 yards to this 90-yard scoring march as he slogs through the slippery turf for a touchdown. The Green Bay Packers hold an 8-point margin midway in the third quarter. Desperately trying for a much-needed touchdown, Ryan arches a long pass to Jim Brown. Only the outstretched hand of Ray Nitschke prevents a Cleveland score. In the final quarter, the Packers continue to batter the Browns line. Taylor gets 7 yards. Behind Bob Skoronski, Taylor racks up a 6-yard gain to put the Packers in field goal range. In the art of place kicking, Don Chandler has few peers. His 29-yard placement splits the uprights. Green Bay leads by 11 points. A smiling Jim Taylor knows that the Packers are on victory's doorstep. In a last-ditch scoring try, Frank Ryan's pass is too long for Gary Collins, but just right for Herb Adderley, who intercepts and clinches the victory. For the jubilant Green Bay Packers and coach Vince Lombardi, it is a satisfying 23-12 conquest and football's world championship. A team with character, a team with pride, a team of desire. Green Bay Packers, world champions.